October 19th, 2014. I don't know if that date rings a bell for anybody, but it's a pretty important date to me. That's the date that I posted my first YouTube video. And a couple months later for Christmas that year, a close friend of mine gave me this box. I didn't have any kind of a range box at the time. I was hauling stuff out to the range when I was making videos in Walmart sacks and an old duffel bag. And he said, you know what, you need some sort of a box to put your stuff in. So I got this box, and then the following year I got my really cool Sight and Clean box that I use with my rifles and such. So I realize now that I've just been throwing stuff in this box since 2014, not really taking anything out, so I don't really know what's completely in it. So we're going to go through this together. I'm going to clean it out and just kind of move some other stuff to a just random parts box that I have for things that I can't use anymore. So we're going to go and just see what's actually in the box. It's a Keeter brand. I think it's probably like maybe a fishing tackle box or maybe a utility box or something like that. I have no idea. So let's go ahead and get started what's in there. So we have the CLP straw or Rem oil straw, one of the two. I think we probably have 40 or 50 of these laying around, and we can never seem to find them when we actually need them. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and open up the box and let's see what's inside. Okay, we've got all kinds of fun stuff. So here's a nasty, crusty brush. I'm probably going to hit this with some sort of cleaner and wipe it off. Don't know what gun this came with. I'm thinking it might have come with my Stoeger Cougar that I bought many years ago. This thing has fought many battles and participated in many cleaning videos. We've got a couple more cleaning brushes. These also would have come with other firearms because I've never actually bought these in the store, and they do look pretty nasty. First of all, I need to get these in different plastic bags because I'm starting to see kind of some gross buildup inside of here, and these are just actually looking pretty old, so these might have to go bye-bye. Tons of patches. I'm a huge fan of patches. I've got stocks in the cotton patch industry. As you probably know if you watch my cleaning videos, it's my famous quote, just a drop of oil. And I use a ton of these. We're going to keep these in the box, though. These need to stay. Here's some Kydex holster washers and screws for holsters I don't have anymore. Again, these are just going to go in that random parts box that's going to sit in the closet because at some point, I'm probably going to need something off here and I'm not going to be able to have it, or I'm not going to have it at the time. This way I can get it back easily. All right, always got to keep a spare memory card on standby because you never know if yours is going to fail at the range. When you're filming, it never fails. It's always the worst time when your memory cards go bad. So we're going to keep that around. And I've got a little micro SD adapter. Don't know why, but we do keep that one around too. It's definitely hard to let that go. Random cotton swabs, fine detail work. Never know if you need to clean your ears when you're at the range too. So we'll go and set those off to the side. Bore light. This is my real avid bore light. I've had this thing for years. It just runs like a champ. It works great. Use this in tons and tons of videos. If you don't have one, you should probably have one. So if I point something out as being very useful and you don't have it in your range box, you probably want to add one. So single piece cleaning rod. This is probably came with one of my Glocks. Just looking at it, yeah, it does say Glock on it. These are very handy to have, especially if you're just quick barrel cleanings. You can screw a brush on the end of it if you need to. And you can clean out your, I think the Glocks actually come with a nylon brush. I never use those because they got full cleaning kits, but definitely very handy. Old nylon brush, use this in tons and tons of cleaning videos. I do wipe it off from time to time and rinse it out. Again, nice to have. You can also use an old toothbrush if you want to. Giant chamber flag. This came with my Daniel Defense rifle. It's got DD on it, so that one's probably going to go in the random parts box. I got a bunch of those floating around. This is just a little Ruger chamber flag. Nice to have for pistols. This one will work in any gun, but really works well with just, small bore, small caliber weapons. Screwdriver. This goes with my JTS shotgun. Definitely something that's necessary. One of 50 pocket tools that I have that I just don't ever seem to use, yet there's always that one tool that you need to make it happen. Yeah, okay, definitely something we're going to keep around. For my Ruger EC9S, I've got curved base plates for magazines. Okay, these are definitely going to go in the random parts bin. In fact, anything I know I'm not going to hold on to, we'll just go over there on the side. Okay, so for fun, I used to fix iPhones back in the day, just as kind of a hobby, just for the heck of it. And I used to use this to separate the screen from the frame of the phone. It's definitely not going to be necessary in there. Good shotgun choke key, always necessary to have. 2 shotgun choke keys, even better. Actually, this is the one that came with my JTS shotgun, so I think we're going to keep those around because I usually take both pistol boxes with me into the range, and that's definitely nice to have. A couple little tiny pocket knives. I don't know. I've already got the Cabela's knife, so I don't think these are really going to be necessary. We're going to go ahead and let those stay outside. So all my Allen keys and hex keys, they go into one Ziploc bag, yet I always seem to find these all over the place. So these are definitely going to go back to the rifle case, so those can definitely come out. Another nylon cleaning brush. This one's in pretty good shape. This is probably about a 40 cal, maybe a 45. So this is definitely one to hold on to. Like I said, I'm going to clean all these up, maybe spray them down with some gun oil and wipe them off, and keep using them. Another brush for some fine detail work. This needs to go in my rifle box. This is a Mosin Nagant stripper clip. Supposedly this is actual Russian surplus. Don't know if it is or not, but I think it's made out of brass. So we got that over there. That's going to go back into a different box. A couple small random screwdrivers. Yeah, okay. Definitely good to have for like little optics and stuff like that, because you never know what you're going to need. More Q-tips going on over here. More straws. We'll put that one back on the top so I can forget about it. Little pull-through bore brushes. I think this might be for my Taurus or my old Rossi circuit judge. I'm thinking possibly. I don't know. This is probably going to go back on the cleaning case because I wouldn't really use this in a pistol. So that's going to go back with some other accessories. Here's a bore brush. 30 caliber bore brush. Nice to have. You can use that with 9mm and so on. More small random screwdrivers. We're probably just going to go ahead and just leave 2 that we have. These can go elsewhere. The key that you use to lock your Taurus pistols, I don't even know if I have a gun that currently uses this system. I don't think I do, so that's going to go in the random parts box. These are nice to have if you got the older Taurus guns that have the lock on the back of them, on the pistol grip. A couple jags, or here's a jag. Let's see, another straw. Okay, so we're going to put that off to the side. Straw's going to go back up on top. And let's see here. Okay, so another hex key. This is going to have to go in the bag with the other hex keys. All right, screwdriver, don't need that. That can go back in the toolbox. I have no clue what this is. It's gonna go in the parts box. All right, now, second layer. That was just the first layer. A bunch of bore brushes and stuff in pistol calibers, 45, 40, 9mm, 380, whatever. So these are probably gonna stay because I can use them on that little Glock bore brush that I have. Sometimes I take a single piece cleaning rod with me, so these are definitely gonna have to stay. More patches and more patches. So we're gonna probably condense these 2 down to one bag or put them in one decent Ziploc bag. They start to get kind of crap all over them and oil and build up after time. So we don't need that anymore. Yeah, these are just little tiny small bore patches or rifle patches to use for your barrel. This is the back of my Glock plate. I need to give this to my buddy who bought the Glock from me. This is for a Gen 4 G17. I put a Millspin backplate on my Glock, so I don't need this one anymore. So that one can go to my friend. Oh, here's the box that the Q-tips are supposed to be in. What else we got here? Another screwdriver. That can definitely go in the toolbox. Don't need that. Here's a little 4-way tool that I've never actually used before. It's got 4 different ends on it for different screwdrivers or for different bits. Can't use it. This is a sight tool for, I believe, the Set Me C308. This needs to go in the rifle bag, if I'm not mistaken. This does not need to be in a pistol bag. Pretty sure the Foos gave me this one when I bought a C308 from him. More patches, and even more patches. And here's a very worn out copper bristle brush. I think we're just going to go ahead and toss that. This thing has seen better days. That's definitely going to go bye-bye. Another straw, another straw, another straw. Yeah, okay, so these probably should go back to different cleaning boxes. More cleaning patches. Now these are actually patches for shotgun barrels. I can go over in the rifle case. Got to have a can of CLP on standby. Here's a belt clip for a holster I currently don't have, and another belt clip for a holster I don't have, and another belt clip for a holster I don't have. Well, what actually the deal is I get the 2-inch belt clips. These are like the 1 1/4 or 1 1/2. Definitely something I really can't use, so these are going to just go in the random parts box. Here is a spring that goes to a Jimenez JA22. So that's going to go in the random parts box also. What happened was when I disassembled my JA22, the spring launched itself in my kitchen, my old house, and I never was able to find it. So I went ahead and bought another one. So I actually got a 2-pack off eBay. So I don't need that anymore because I don't have the JA22. Here's a thank you card from Cleaner Holsters. No guys, thank you. All right, Q-tips, we're definitely going to clean those up a little bit. Here's an old, awful factory guide rod for the Smith & Wesson SD9 VE, just to show you how bad these things are. You can heat these up, and they flex. So bad to the point that you lose tension, like in the spring. It loses the rigidity, so the gun just won't cycle. And I actually already sold that pistol, so this is going to go in the random parts box. My low-cost speed loader. This came with my G17, if I'm not mistaken, my Gen 5. So I use that to load different 9mm magazines. It works with more than just Glock. Rubber band, another Q-tip. More parts for holsters I no longer have. Those will go back in the random parts box. Roll pins maybe for, these are replacement pens from Sky for the CPX2. These are oversized pens. So if you guys, pins for the frame for your Sky CPX2. So Sky sent me a bunch of these because the pins kept walking out of my CPX2s, all 3 of them. So they sent me like a dozen of them and I had to replace them all, which they did stay, but I think I ended up having to glue them. I don't want to talk about that right now. It's very traumatic. But anyway, yeah, so if anybody needs oversized pins for a Sky CPX2, give me a holler. I'll send these to you. Just drop them in the mail for you. More random holster washers and screws. And one more Jag, and that's it. I can actually see the bottom. I've not seen the bottom of this since 2014. I'm gonna get this wiped out real quick, and then we're just gonna put the essentials back in the box. And I think that's gonna be it. So guys, let me know, what am I missing in the box? What should I add? What do you guys have in your pistol box? Place that down in the comments down below. And I've already done kind of a range rifle box, kind of deconstruction or emptying, if you will. And really nothing too exciting in there. So anywho, this is Travis P11. Thanks for joining us on this little journey to see what's in the range box. I want you guys to like and subscribe. I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe. And as you know, as always, we will talk to you soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.